On March 24th, I volunteered to plan and put on a soccer recruitment event in San Diego. My friends just started a company called ID Sports, and their goal is to facilitate student athletes from other countries to get into American universities with scholarship. This event was mainly for international high school students that are already in the San Diego area, so they can continue their studies by going to college here in the United States as well. My friends had never done an event like this before, and they asked for my help to put on this first event since I'm a hospitality major, so they thought I would be helpful. It was perfect because I was actually looking to volunteer at an event for this class as well, so yay. So, we created a shared vision by setting up a meeting 1 week before the event, where the owners explained the main purpose of the event, which was to recruit international high schoolers who are already studying abroad in San Diego and region. Everyone gave their ideas and opinions, and we ended up deciding that it would be a pretty simple event. We would set up a tent for the reception and signing process. In that tent, there would be a table and two people helping the players sign in and fill out the applications. After that, the receptionist would give them free water, Gatorade, and cereal bars. And after all the players signed in, we would divide them into four teams and watch each team play against each other for about 20 minutes each game. Afterwards, my friends would contact the players who they thought that had potential to play college level in the US. It is very important to make sure that everyone is on the same page and understand the main goal of the event before it starts so everything can go as smoothly as possible. To develop a service climate and environment, we made sure to provide free food such as cereal bars, fruits, water, Gatorade for all the players. We trained our crew on how to welcome the boys as they arrived, be friendly, answer any questions that they had throughout the event, and also be very patient since they're just teenagers. And we also prepared a closure speech to wrap it all up at the end. Since all of us are already really good friends, the relationship development part was pretty easy. We're all from Brazil and have been friends since we arrived in San Diego about 4 years ago. However, this event showed me that friendship and business are completely different things and they cannot get mixed up. Luckily, everyone in our team was very professional throughout the whole thing, and we did not have any relationship issues before us. To teach and train for service quality, we met with our team the week before the event to plan out everything. The owners explained what they wanted to accomplish in the event, which was to recruit possible student athletes. I volunteered to be the one in charge of making the event happen, so my responsibilities were making the timeline, developing the invitation flyers, buying the supplies, and printing out the applications that the participants had to fill out once they arrived at the event. My friends' responsibilities were simply to watch the boys playing and try to find potential players to recruit for the agency. This meeting was good to make sure everyone knew their tasks and was on the same page in order to provide the best service quality for our players. I motivated and inspired my team by showing them how much I was interested in making that event happen, even though I was just a volunteer and it would not benefit me financially at all. Anyhow, I took responsibility on the majority of things and put a lot of effort into every detail of the event. I believe that leading by the example is the best way to lead, so I helped everyone with everything instead of just telling others what to do. The way I assessed the group service performance was by asking the players how they liked it and if they would attend our events again in case we made more. And I got very positive responses. In my opinion, everyone in the group worked very well And the event in general was very successful because we were able to recruit 10 players that met our expectations. Right now, ID Sports is working with them in the process of getting into college and being a student athlete in America. Event, we all went to a restaurant to celebrate ID Sports' first recruiting event and to talk about the things that went well and the things that did not go so well. I told them that they probably should have interacted in more creative ways with the boys. It seemed like they were too professional about it, and teenagers may feel like they are being too pressured. For the next event, I suggested to engage in more activities instead of just play and we'll watch you, in order for the boys to build a better relationship with them and therefore trust them better. Also, many players were from other countries and did not understand English very well. The coaches could have spoken a little slower than they did, perhaps, to make it easier for the players to understand exactly what they meant. But it was a great event overall, and we were all very happy with the way we handled everything. This was a very good experience because I usually rather be a follower than a leader. So this time I felt quite challenged, but at the same time I really liked the pressure and all the responsibility that I took on, especially because I was putting on an event for other people. I felt like that made it even more challenging as well as made me take everything more seriously. I learned that leading an event can be tricky at times, but after it is completed, you feel that every bit of effort you have put into it actually pays off. The impact of this experience on me and on my leadership philosophy was huge. This was one of the first times that I was leading something, so I noticed that I can actually be very organized. I had everything planned out as well as plan Bs in case something went wrong. But I figured that I need to be more patient when dealing with people because I assume that people will understand everything after I tell them the first time. But in order to be a good leader, you need to repeat yourself often and make sure they understand and do not forget. But overall, this experience showed me that I can be a very good leader and that I should probably take on leadership roles more often. One thing that I noticed is that on my last restaurant job where I worked as a hostess, our boss was always micromanaging us, and I absolutely hated it, and my performance actually went down every time she was there because I did not feel comfortable at all. So I tried to give a lot of freedom to everyone in the event because I believe that this is the best way to lead without overwhelming an employee. This was an incredible experience which gave me a lot of confidence, and I am already looking forward to the next challenge.